So there's been a lot of controversy this morning about Laurence Fox. You guys know who he is. He was a guy on Question Time who fought back when someone called him a white privileged male, and very rightly called that person racist, because it is racist to use attack someone because of their race by definition. He's also started this Reclaim party, which is very similar to Nigel Farage's Reform Party. There's a very small difference ideologically, and frankly they should, merge, or at least do an electoral pact when the time comes, if the time ever comes. But yeah, the most recent thing now is he has the tweet boasting about having a dinner party, which you're not allowed to do at the moment in the UK because you're not allowed to go in other people's houses. So yeah, they basically forced everyone who doesn't live with their significant other to be celibate. But anyway, he had a dinner party. He's bragging about, they went over, had hugs, had a laugh, put the world to rights, and that's great. And obviously the mainstream media's picked this up. They're calling him, selfish and all the usual shit. But he it's fair, I think, and he sort of justified it by saying, compliance is violence, and it is because the government are effectively killing people. It's not just, you can't go out your house, or you can't go to parties, you can't go to a pub, whatever. No, it's people are dying, from missed cancer appointments. That's about 100,000 people in the UK alone. Poverty worldwide, and I still can't believe this, 150 million people approximately worldwide have already been plunged into extreme poverty since March, as a direct result of the lockdowns, of course. So and so saying that if you are complying with these rules, you are effectively, in a legal sense, aiding and abetting murder, because the government is murdering people with these lockdowns. It is democide. It's as simple as that. It doesn't sound nice. It doesn't sound right, because government's not meant to do that, but they're doing it. And so if you are complying with this, if you're moaning about this, saying I don't want to wear a face covering, but I'll wear it so I don't get any bother, or I'll abide by the restrictions, you're an idiot, because you are still you're not helping things. You're just complying, and you're strengthening the cause. And the only way is to have civil disobedience. I've said it for a while now. Other people are starting to say it, and that's great. But every single person who knows this is wrong needs to take a stand. And it's good that Laurence Fox did. And another thing he said in his tweet was about the NHS, saying if we have to do all these stupid restrictions, basically, in and out of lockdown for probably going to be well over a year at this point, maybe longer, who the fuck knows. But, but to protect the NHS, because they're so shit they can't even, treat people who get ill, then, what is the point of what is the NHS worth? If it can't do its job properly, why the fuck are we, the problem isn't the people, the problem is the NHS. And people saying, it's underfunded. Well, okay, fair enough. Chuck a couple $100 billion at it, a fraction of what's being spent on all these horrible lockdown rules, which are still killing people. And, increase its capacity, double its capacity or whatever, because, the annual budget is already about nearly 5% of GDP, about $100 million, £100 billion. Yeah, I know, right? So okay, throw more money at it. I mean, it's probably inefficient as shit or whatever, but that would still be less harmful to the economy, and just to people in general, than spending all this money and having a full-on recession. So honestly, do that. Improve the NHS. Then that's would be way better than the path we've gone down. And of course, in the UK, people, really like the NHS. They're like, you can't say that, NHS, you die without the NHS. That's what they always say. And it's like, well, no, the NHS kills people because they don't treat people. People pay all their taxes, so they couldn't get medical insurance. They couldn't afford it because they pay it in tax. Like I said, nearly 5% of GDP goes to the NHS. That's it's comparable to what the US spends on its military, for fuck's sake. and they still can't treat you. So, but of course, you're paying that money, so you can't afford health insurance anyway. And of course, there is regulation as patents and stuff with treatment. And I could go on about that for ages. That's a whole different topic. But the NHS isn't necessarily immune to that. There's so much inefficiency in it. But it's socialism, right? But yeah, I'm going on a tangent here, but you get the point. The problem is the NHS. That's at least what the government is, subliminally, saying. But yeah, Laurence Fox is right, and of course, he's gotten a lot of hate, from the media. He's getting a lot now for a fucking tweet, I know, right? And people are saying, oh, he's gonna, be charged for it. Well, it's retroactive. You're going to charge him retroactively, but you didn't do that to Jeremy Corbyn when he had a gathering. So that would be against universalism. And of course, I don't have much faith, in universalism, and that's, British English common law, right? That's one of the main pinnacles of it. If you're going to, everyone's equal under the law. But that's obviously not the case. But I think that would be so obvious that it'd be very controversial if they did actually charge him with anything, because of course it would be retroactively, like I said. So I don't know, I'd put it unlikely they're going to do anything. They might do an investigation, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, anyway, let me know what you think of Laurence Fox, guys. He's a hero in my opinion. Have a nice day, guys.